Hey guys, Daniel Stewart here with Antler Forge. You know, when you do video right, the sad thing is, like, nobody notices, but if you screw up, they notice. And I've, like, shot this thing probably 8 times now, and, between bad audio cables and, I don't know, something's in the shot that I don't notice, and I end up doing the whole thing, and I go to edit it, and I realize, whoops. So yeah, this is... Shooting video is a lot of work. But it's a good segue into this week's topic, allowing things to be as they are, because what else can you do? They're going to be the way they're going to be anyway, right? So I am Daniel Stewart. This is Antler Forge, and we're going to talk about a concept that I think is worth talking about. I'm going to design a piece of jewelry around it. You get to watch me do that and bang it out in the shop, in the forge, right? Follow your fire. It's not just about following the fire of the forge, but also following that inner fire, of course, and bringing that fire to our community, most importantly. So if you resonate with what I'm saying and the topic of the day, then please share, let me know your thoughts, and if you have a relatable story, that would be super cool to hear, because many times our stories touch other people, even though we think that maybe they don't. We're so close to them, sometimes they don't feel all that interesting. But more often than not, if you share your stories, somebody out there needs to hear it. So I need to hear it. So reach out and tell me your story. So this week's topic kind of came out of a conversation that I had with my son. He had a friend of his, I guess they had like an argument or something, and his friend didn't know if he wanted to be friends anymore, and it was this whole big thing. And while we were having this conversation, I had this visual of a tunnel, and I said, think of your awareness as a tunnel, and the universe is putting all kinds of things into your awareness. The universe, God, whatever you want to call it, things are coming into your field of awareness. Friends come through, love interests, jobs, ideas, all kinds of different things flow through your field of awareness, and then they flow out again. So the trick is to allow that process to occur, because it's going to occur anyway. But something like your friend not wanting to be a friend anymore is painful, right? So we have this sort of propensity to grab hold with a white-knuckled grip and just not let it go, and like we sort of hold them in our space. Which is actually painful, because the universe is trying to put more things into your space, and it can't, because now you got this bottleneck effect, because you're holding this thing in your tunnel. So the idea is to allow that thing to pass through, and if they're a good friend, they're going to come back through your tunnel, your field of awareness again anyway, right? That's things leave and come back multiple times throughout our lives, or maybe they don't. But being a good friend is allowing your friend to be who they are and experience what they need to experience. And if they're going through a hard time, be there for them. But maybe they don't want you there, so let them do their own thing and figure it out, and let things be as they are. And of course, that is being a good friend, because forcing your friend to be something that you think they should be isn't really being a good friend, right? So you allow them to be who they are, and it's also being a good friend to yourself, of course, by not trying to force the world to look the way you think it needs to look. I mean, that's sort of the beautiful part about being in this place, is that it's so varied. There's so many different things, and we don't have to know what's going on. I think we can see what's right in front of us, and I think that's important, but we don't have to, see a mile down the road. So with that idea in mind, I created this piece of jewelry, and you're going to get to see me make this thing, bang it out from conception to completion. Just real briefly here, it has sort of a modern form here, but it's wide at the top, like shoulders. It narrows down. So you can say this is sort of the human form, and it's worn, and it's got battle damage, just like we all do, right? We've all been living this life and learning and falling down and picking ourselves back up. So that's sort of symbolic of that. And then we have the circle. That's your circle of awareness right there. And then we have this spiralized cylinder kind of coming down and tapering like into the distance. And it's coming through one side and coming out the other side. And that's symbolic of allowing the universe to put things that are in our putting new things into our field of awareness. And it's spiraled, right? Because we live in an organic world, right? The world is very wiggly and organic, and we just allow that to be and soak it in, and move forward. So I will talk no more. Let's get banging. You can check it out. If you like this piece of jewelry, you can get in on the pre-order stage. You save some money. You get free shipping. It's available on my website, ironantlerforge.com. If you're not interested in the jewelry, that is totally cool. You are still more than welcome and encouraged to be part of our community and to communicate and talk and share your ideas. So let's get banging.